Well, hello there. Welcome once more to Crunchy's Kitchen. And if this is your first time stopping by, I'd like to say a very warm welcome to you. Yes, today I'm gonna be your Suya lady. Yes, I'm your Suya lady. So we are going to be making chicken suya, or better still, we are making Akonfem. But I don't have Akonfem or Guinea Fowl, so I'll be using this stewing chicken or hard chicken. That is what we normally call it. You can get this from the Chinese store. And this, I am going to go ahead and spatchcock. Okay, so I'm going to remove the tailbone from this chicken or butterfly it, and that way, just like how they have it, your favorite suya style, like your favorite abochi, just like he makes it. Take the backbone off. I think they don't take the backbone, actually. I think they cut it from the breast. Whichever way they do it, it's still opened up wide or butterfly, and that is what we're trying to do. So I've removed the backbone and I've trimmed off the fat as well. And now here our chicken is ready. This is the hen, and I'm also gonna go ahead and get two Cornish hens ready as well. So these are Cornish hens, originally game birds, but now of course farm raised. They're very tiny birds. Um, their meat is just juicy. Whatever you do with it, it absorbs all the flavors because the bones and the meat itself is so soft, and it's the best kind of chicken for grilling. So I have our hands all cleaned up, washed and ready to go, just pat dry as well. And right now I have my suya spice, a blend of onion and ginger, some salt, and now I'm adding some olive oil. And this is what is going to be the marinade for my meat. That is basically all you need. Typically your suya seller doesn't go overboard with seasoning. That suya spice actually is a blend of so many good ingredients, of course including peanut. So if you have peanut allergy and you want to make this, you have to consider that first. So here we are, our meat is all pat dried like I told you before, and now I'm just going to go ahead and apply the marinade to it. So in applying the marinade, you want to make sure that every part of your birds is covered with this. I'm just going to go ahead and rub this on and inside, and then of course I'll be lifting the skin and try to tuck some of this good stuff in here so that bird, when you cut through it, it's just going to be perfect, juicy, tasty, all the way to the bone. You want every part of this meat. You know how your typical Akonfem or any kind of suya, anything that Abuchi makes, the taste is just beyond amazing. And that, if you want to replicate it, you want to do it the way it is done, or you know what, just forget it. Just forget it if it's not going to be that close. So we're just going to try our very best, and our best we will. At this point, I think I've done enough coating. I think every part of these birds is covered, and our meat is going to be assured of its flavor. The tastiness and the juiciness, everything is hopefully going to be how we want it to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover this and let it rest in the fridge. This actually was the make ahead, so I have enough time. I'm covering it, and this is going straight in the fridge overnight. It was there for like way more than 12 hours. So the next day our meat is perfectly marinated. The grill has been fired up, and we are about to just get the suya experience going on. We have here our bochi. He's going to be doing us the honors, and I'm just going to be playing the meat on, and he'll take over from here. So of course I don't want to waste my marinade. It belongs on the meat, and on the meat it will go. So I've just gone ahead and applied, the what was on the bowl in here, and our meat is ready to start cooking. So we're just going to go ahead and cover the grill and let it cook, and we'll be checking on it from time to time. So to baste your suya, just like abochi would do, you need some form of liquid. Normally they use Maggi sauce, and I think some of the suya powder. I don't like to use the Maggi sauce. So here I just added in some water, suya mix, and a little bit of oil. And all this, of course, I'm going to list for you in the description box. So about 10 minutes into the grilling time, with the grill covered, on our grill settings, we just have high, high and low, and so you can turn it in each direction. We normally grill on low because we want the meat to take its sweet time to cook. So this is actually set for low, and so about 10 minutes later, we came in and turned it for the very first time. And now we're just going to apply some of that liquid, the basting sauce or liquid that I just prepared. And that, of course, I just told you has suya spice or kebab pepper, some oil, the extra virgin olive oil is what I'm using actually, and a little bit of water. You could add a little bit of salt if you think you need a little extra salt on your bird, depending on how you seasoned it. I think the meat is perfectly seasoned, so I didn't add any salt to this. And of course, remember, the suya spice is a perfect marinade anyway, so it has enough salt, for your meat. And so at this point, this is about another 10 minutes later, we are here to flip it. And just look at that. Just look at that perfection. Meat, you can see the grilling marks, and that is what, always excites me so much. So, Chef K, aka Aboch, he's only just trying to move the meat. He puts them on the top rack so he can maneuver, because I don't want to be cleaning this whole grill. He doesn't want to be cleaning the whole grill either. So we're trying to cook the meat on one side of the grill to minimize the work we have to do after. But can you see that? Can you see the hard chicken? You see how the meat is looking? It looks just like Guinea fowl that Abuchi would make, on the streets of Ghana. And of course, I think our Niger people, most of West Africa at least, or probably all of Africa, this is just how Abuchi's Akonfem would look like. The Akonfem is what we call Guinea fowl. So you see how he's applying the sauce, the basting sauce all over the chicken. That is how you want to apply it, because you don't want your meat to dry out, otherwise it's gonna burn. And we choose to cover the grill like most often because it helps cook faster. It is totally up to you. You could just have it uncovered for the most part and stand by it and be turning it. But covering helps your meat to cook faster. And the basting sauce or juice liquid is supposed to also help your meat from drying out, and helps to make sure that it cooks perfectly, because without any liquid on it, your meat is just going to cook so quick. It's just going to be cooked on the outside, but most likely not on the inside, and it's going to probably crisp up on the skin as well, and you don't want that. So please, that liquid is very essential for you to get perfectly grilled meat. This meat smells amazing. It smells perfect, just like you will find it on the street. At this point, I'm like, yes, I just can't wait to have a bite of it, and I can't wait for you to see how this meat is going to look like when we cut it up, because I know, I can tell already. This is perfection. Perfection. This is my very first time grilling hard chicken this way, though. Even though I make, I kind of make chicken suya with regular chicken, I keep asking my butcher. He says sometimes we get some guinea fowl. I've waited for the longest time, and so I just thought, why can't I use just use hard chicken? And look at that. This looks just like you could probably use this and tell people it is guinea fowl, and they'll believe it because it's almost the same texture and everything. And so our birds are all cooked. Look at how beautiful, just beautiful. And so now we are going to bring them inside and cut them up. So come with me. I'm going to start with the hard one because that is the one that I'm so craving to eat. I just want a piece of the hard chicken. Try to see how close to Akonfem it is. Do you see the meat? Do you see how beautiful it is? This is perfectly cooked, every part. You can see the breast part, and that is the hardest part of the chicken. You know, the toughest part, I should say, or thickest. So if the breast is cooked, you bet every part most likely is going to be cooked. And this is so hard, you know, that is how, you know, hard chicken is hard chicken for a reason. And so I'm trying to cut through the joints, but it's proving difficult. So then I went for my tapoli, and I'm going to be cutting with that. That is just anything wooden, anything you think you can use to whack the meat, you know, whack the knife to cut through your hard meat is okay with me. But I have this this is the one that we use to grind using our grinding part. We call it tapoli, and it works perfectly for me. You could use anything, a rolling pin, whatever to cut, or just try to manually try to cut through with a very sharp knife. I'm too scared of extremely sharp knives anyway, so this works perfectly. And look at that. Just look at the meat. You bet. You know it. You know it. At this point, I'm already chewing on a piece of meat. If you think I waited until everything is done, sorry. No, that can't be me. And just look at how beautifully and easily the knife runs through the soft ones. Yes. So beautiful. And this intended for the kids, but of course we're going to help them eat that. Look at how beautiful the meat is. I really hope you are able to try this. You will love it, love it. This is like a real taste from home. So when all this craze is over and you have your family and friends coming to visit, you know, you got a good recipe here. Just make sure you get extra meat, okay? Get extra chicken because they'll be coming for seconds and thirds and fourths and fifths and sixths and want to take some home as well. Yes, we're going to be greedy. I will be greedy if I came and met this, okay? And look at this. This is how I garnished it. Beautiful popping. Yes, these tomatoes actually came from my garden. Yes, the very day I picked them, I was gonna make this. So I was like, I'm just gonna glam up my chicken, my kitchen. I have chicken in my kitchen. Yes, and it is popping. Yes, this is so good, so good. Yes, all jokes aside, I really hope you are able to try this. This is perfection, a real taste of home. You will just love it. Love it. It will transport you back onto the streets of Ghana, you know. For those of you back home, I know you're like, really? All that trouble? Yeah, well, for some of us, we have no choice. We have to do it. All that trouble, yes. This was good. Look at, do you see how excited I was? I was super excited. So anyway, all this was part of our meal prep. We actually had jollof with this, and it was very, very good. So thanks for doing this with me, and I hope you are able to try this. Please give this video a thumbs up, and if this is your first time here, this is Crunchwest Kitchen. Yes, we're creating delicious recipes is my passion. So until I come your way next time with something delicious, be loving, be kind, be happy.